Alright, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. I hope you enjoyed Sea Shanty 2. It is quite a banger. Thanks, thanks everyone for showing up to my debut. I'm, a little nervous. Uh, oh, Duck saw that I'm using something from his Discord. Um, yeah, it's Pickles Me Gusta. I make the sound effect for it, so I'm using it. uh, yeah. So I'm really nervous, and I missed one button already, but it's okay because that's just the Zatsudan screen, and this is the important screen anyway. So, hi Audrey, hi Garrett, hi John, hi Duck, hi Elijah, Saint Gold, Matcha Matcha Ma, Cliff, Loquacious Lobster Lapidary. I'm gonna assume that's Jolly Lobster. What's up, everyone? Am I missing? Zankla's here. Your Wizard Hari is here. Zoptos is here. Oh no, I forgot Zop. Sorry, Zop. You're the last one. I think that's everyone. I'm sorry if I have to mute myself. I'm still recovering from being sick, and there's also wildfire smoke and ash falling from the sky. So it's kind of making, like my whole breathing problems worse. But I will persevere. I did not want to prolong, the debut any longer. Even though I've been like taking allergy medication, like, oh no, oh no, thank you, Saint, thank you, it worked. I didn't have to tell you guys to test it out. Darn, I should have told you guys that I wasn't sure if it was working. Thank you, Saint. It was a real donation this time, unlike the fake fake ones we did during the tests. Thank you for the good vibes. I am safe. It's just, the sky is thick with smoke. It blocks out the sun. Like the sun's like blood red earlier, just because you can like barely see it. Anyway, I would like to show you guys my model before we start. Yeah, I'm willing to stream even while the world ends. Or at least while, my health takes a toll. No, you didn't run a bit. It's more of an afterthought. Yeah, Friday the 13th. It's like I wanted to do 8-8, like Hachima style. And then I realized there was a Friday the 13th, and it's like, I'm stupid. I'm a goth cat, like, right there. So, that sounds metal. Oh, I didn't get to see the moon. Well, yeah, like, the way the, like, trees and mountains are. Yeah, it's my model, yes. I mean, you designed it, but, it's based off me. I actually have... Oh, I do. I still have it right here. I actually have my very first, like, notepad thing here with the things I jotted down while we were playing Minecraft. So I could tell Garrett, like, what kind of VTuber model I was looking for. So, here's my model. Make sure I don't, screw anything up. I already am. So here's my model. I mean, you can see me on the side over here, and, right here too. Boing, 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 boing. So I have my very first rough draft here before Tsukemono was even, it existed in name but didn't exist in character. Thank you, Hale. $20 machine go. You've got this, goth cat. Thank you. Probably sound like shit from being sick, but thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Oh no, the notepad. Look at that, cute. This is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them. Okay, so the first thing on the notepad was I said I want a tired emo cat girl. The original model looked a little more tired, but we had to kind of tone it down because it just looked kind of sad. I'll show thighs. All right, I was gonna get there. You guys want thighs right away. I'll just leave it there while I talk. That's what you guys want. I hope you like the garter. That was my idea. I told Papa we had to have a garter. Show feet. I don't have bare feet. I did notice this too. Papa, one of my eyelets on my boot is like transparent. It absorbs the color of the background. Don't know if you noticed that. it's only those two eyelets right there. Okay, anyway, so I wanted a tired emo cat girl. I don't have any bare feet, I'm sorry. That's probably the next iteration. This part's important right here. I said I want the character to be flat-chested. There probably will be an alternate. Oh, I'm blocking my face with my tail. There probably will be an alternate outfit to emphasize this a little more. You know, with the hoodie off. Maybe just the button-up shirt underneath. Maybe something different. Don't look catnipped enough. You like the boots? They're actually based off boots that I own IRL. I'm sorry, Garrett. I should have mentioned it when I mentioned the hand thing earlier. I'm dumb, okay? I have a lot on my mind. So the character is like largely based off me, like the boots I was saying. These are based off some Austrian Alpine boots I got off Commando store. Shout out to them. I'm not sponsored by them, but you know, I mean, they don't have, you know, the purple laces and the transparent eyelet. See, it changes. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. I don't show my feet on stream. Where was I? Yeah, flat-chested. I might have an alternate outfit soon. Maybe. Without the hoodie on, but I like the hoodie. Just because of how it matches with like the outfit and the aesthetics and everything. And I wear my merino wool hoodie from Voters Talika. I think I'm pronouncing that right. The Finnish mill syrup site, not shite. Oh, hi Azura, welcome. Thanks for showing up. You said you'd make it. I know it's a little late in South Africa. Sorry, I just got a little distracted there. Yeah, it's just those two eyelets on the boot or whatever they're called. I think they have a what's the actual name? I think they have like a weird name. Yeah, I don't know. They're not. I'm thinking of like the shoulder thing. They're not epaulets or whatever. Anyway, before I get too distracted. I wanted my character to have a scar under the left eye. I mean, this is on your right, but you know, it's on my character's left. This is actually a real feature on me. Doesn't look like this. My scar is actually like cuter. But this is something that I told Garrett to put on here. I mean, I don't think you're always supposed to like make your VTuber model like, you know, based off you. Like sometimes corporations, they just drop some random models and then like hire people to fill those roles. Thanks, Zara. I'm really scared. I'm like stuttering, but I'm persevering. Thank you for showing up. It means a lot. So the scar. Yeah, I have a scar. It's cuter though. But it is like right below my eye. I don't want to say what happened. No backstory. It actually sounds kind of weird. I don't need any narratives. It's kind of a weird backstory. Just to say it happened when I was young. That sounds bad already. I'm not even gonna talk about that anymore. Okay, anyway, moving along. So, dark chocolate hair. Specifically, I kind of wanted it like darker than Corone's. That's not on this notepad, but that's kind of what was in my mind. Don't know why. Just, you know, I use like popular models as like, oh, well, I want it like darker than this or flatter than this or whatever. Some things are very character building, like the scar. It makes sense, Mew. Yeah. I don't actually have a backstory for why this character has a scar. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Dark chocolate hair. No, I like dark chocolate a lot. White chocolate sucks. Milk chocolate sucks. dark chocolate is a bronchodilator, so it helps with my asthma. And, you know, all the best health experts in the world recommend dark chocolate. Actually, that's just a meme. I don't remember the exact one. I wanted long, messy hair. It looks like Papa did not deliver on that. Shame on you, Papa. His hair should be a lot messier. I think Katanya Nyanta and Neko Kamiyama have kind of secured that market on that messy hair. It's you know, looks. This hair is like more stylish than mine is. IRL. Mine's like crazy witch. That's coming up, Garrett. That is coming up. Just hold on. We're just showing off the model. I'm just showing off the model. I have a whole slideshow prepared for you guys and everything. Oh, we're getting a Neko raid. Oh, geez, there's a lot of Neko raids here. Hi everyone who's just tuning in. Yeah, I said I was fine with it. I'm just reading off something that I found that I was gonna throw away. It's kind of sentimental. You know what I mean? It was like what I jotted down while we were like messing around on Minecraft and like, you know, telling each other drunk stories with Neko and all the cyber catos. And then I wanted purple eyes. And Papa did a very good job. Like I think I normally like darker purple, kind of like my background, but he did a good job with that color and I'm very satisfied. Anyway, so I'll give you one more look. Here's my big fluffy tail. Almost forgot the tail, and then I told him I need a big tail like Hollow from Spice and Wolf or Corbo or whatever you want to call her. There's like a lot of names. Hello Raiders, hello Gary, Usnap, Brandon Trueblood, Anonymous, the hacker. What's up everyone? Just giving you one look at my model here. One nice little full look. You'll see more of it eventually. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of that. Alright, the next part of this is the slideshow, and I can actually start using my other expressions. I'm kinda improvising. Yes, I had to think of a word I could use here. I'm improvising, so I couldn't access my other expressions while I was showing you the model. But while I do the slideshow, I can show you my other expressions. So, let's see if I didn't mess this up. Yay! It works. I didn't fast forward to the next slide. I forgot to mention, save your Q&A. We will be doing a Q&A. Not today. Sorry, I'm trying not to hiccup. We will not be doing a Q&A today. It'll be saved for like another stream. You can either ask questions down below in the comment section after the stream is over, or you can ask them on Twitter or on Discord. If you're in the Neko Discord, Cybercat community, or Catania. I do not have my own Discord and I will not be making one. So feel free to find me there. I also hang out in a few other like bigger Discords of some streamers, but I'm not active in them. But the Africats is a good way to get in touch with me, or just Twitter or the comments if you have questions, but I'm gonna try not to answer them on here. I mean, I might glance over and just, you know, read off something, but I'm not trying to, you know, wait for questions to pour in or anything like that. Just so you guys understand. I'm taking a sip of water real quick. Alright. Yeah, links are down below in the description. Thank you, Garrett, for linking them. They should all be down there. I hope I linked the right thing. Anyway, Neko, I was just talking about you. Thank you for showing up. I know you were streaming, so I'm sorry I had to, you know, make you end early. You're just in time though for the beginning of the slideshow. I was just showing off the model. Oh, Saint, you're colorblind. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to hydrate. I got ice cold water. It's a um, there's a heat wave or whatever. Like the heat here is unnatural. I don't know what you would call it. Heat warning advisory or whatever. Chance of death, very high. Anyway, my name is Tsukemono, and that means literally pickled things. Pickled cucumber actually means something different, but Tsukemono is literally pickled things, and it can be anything from like daikon and carrots, which is probably the most common one, to like burdock root or cherries. I mean, like you can almost make anything Tsukemono, and sometimes they are, often they are like a bright, colorful display, kind of accompanying a fancy dish. It's not. It's almost like an insult to say like it's a side. It is a side dish, but it's not like the side. You know, like a side salad or like French fries or whatever. It's kind of like more like. Trying to explain the philosophy with like Japanese cooking. There's kind of like an art to it with how everything is presented to you, whether it's on a plate or in a bowl, with all the colors, all the shapes, how different things are cut. And so the Tsukemono kind of plays a role in that, in being like different things, different colors, usually different shapes. And I love pickles, so I thought that was a good name. I'm like addicted to pickles. I took them off because it's hot, but earlier today I was wearing pickle socks. If you don't believe me, I'll take a picture later and post it on Twitter. I make my own pickles, as you can see down in the hobbies, which I'll get to in a minute. I literally drink pickle juice out of the jar. Unless, like, you know, a lot of people's hands have been in there. But, you know, usually I'm the only one eating out of the pickles. I force people, like, if I go, like, eat, you know, like, with family or something, I force them to order extra pickles on their burgers and then give them to me, even if they don't like pickles. Or even if they like pickles, actually. Like, I'm just a pickle fiend. So Tsukemono was just like a really fitting name. I don't have a last name. I know a lot of people, you know, like some people later came up with a last name, like Neko. She didn't have a last name. Yeah, I drink pickle milk. Yeah, and I have pickle socks. They're cute. They are. I mean, I don't care for, you know, the whole color. They're pink socks, and then the toes are green, and they got green pickles on them. I think the heel's green too. Let me see. Yeah, the heel's green too. The toe and the heels are green. Oh, and it says kind of a big dill. Oh, and Garrett is telling me that I forgot to censor Pickle Rick. There's actually gonna be a banned word. If you guys start saying Pickle Rick, I might have to ban you. I'm not screwing around. We don't do that Rick and Morty stuff here. But back where I was getting. Sorry, I did get a sip of water. I'll give you all my pickles. Neko, I want a picture of what pickles look like in South Africa. Like what brands? Do you guys just have like, you know, Vlasic and stuff like Americans? Or you guys have like Richard's pickles or I don't know what you guys got. You got that juice company called Rhodes or whatever. So I don't know. Pickles dipped in Nutella. I've dipped them in peanut butter. It's pretty good. I think you know, that's more something you crave when you're well, never mind. Just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, pickles. I can talk about pickles all day, so we're gonna move on. I am a Chantilly or Chantilly or a Chantilly Tiffany cat. I actually don't know how to pronounce that because Papa told me that just a while ago, and I'm more of a tabby cat fan. But he based my model that I was showing off the Chantilly. I suck at British accents according to St. Gold, so, you know, not 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 gonna keep trying to attempt that one. It's just the Tiffany, okay? It's Tiffany Blue Cat. That's why it's the color's Tiffany Blue. It's the Tiffany cat. It almost sounds like there's a Karen cat. Pickles and Nutella sounds like a perfect combo. Foo 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 foo. Can't do that. It's more like, you know, like a Japanese thing or whatever. Yeah, so the Chantilly, that's why my model has the fur it does, and like the ears it does, and the tail it does. Chantilly. Neko-chan. Tilly-chan. You're a Tiffany Suki. British people going to hell for being British. Anyway, so I'm a millennial. I've been on the internet for longer than anyone probably should. Longer than, you know, back when I wasn't even allowed to be on certain sites. Gary's message was retracted. Okay. I didn't do anything. I'm the only one with mod powers here. Everyone's throwing up about British people. I'm just kidding. I'm American. Calm down. So, yeah, I've been on the internet for a very, very long time. Some of the memes that I remember I can't even reference. I was just thinking about them the other day. Yeah, I can't actually talk about most of those. I remember before meme was even a word that people understood. Like, if you said that word or asked someone, like, people didn't say I'm looking at memes or whatever. Like, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm looking at Facebook or... Like, so it's really weird, like, being at this time period where, you know what meme means? Because you're, like, online, but it's not a thing outside of, like, troll-face rage comics. Oh there, mate. Bet road to put a knife in me chest, innit? Got a license for that? Oh, that was my terrible impression. Thanks, Azura. I'm super cringe. Thank you, though. I did have a MySpace page. I remember, you know, you could go on there and, like, have songs playing, and I had, Spiderbait, Black Betty. I know, like, Ram Jam or whatever does Black Betty, but I like the Spiderbait version better. And, like, had, like, animated, like, looping GIFs or whatever, and, like, all kinds of stuff. Didn't do AIM, but I did, what was it? It was, like, was it AIM? There was something else, too. It was before Skype, and it was, like a Microsoft chat thing. Yeah, I remember the You Has Cheeseburger. No, I don't call them fads. Back when the internet was a series of tubes with cat pictures in them. Like, it was, like, almost before that. I'm trying to remember what the Microsoft one was, but we always used to hang out in that. MSN Messenger, there we go. Yeah, and, like, when we didn't have, like, cell phones didn't even have MSN Messenger on them back then, so, like, me and the other girls in class, we would pass notes, like, literally, like, drawing them to look like MSN Messenger. That's, like, how much we missed, like, talking on MSN Messenger. We would literally draw on the paper to look like MSN Messenger. Like, the little chat box and the emojis, and, like, pass it around, like, during reading time in class. That is a long time ago. So, what came after MSN Messenger? It was, like, Skype came after that. I used IRC a lot. Like, we loved IRC. You kids these days with your Discords and stuff, we used IRC, and we liked it. And, Ventrilo for voice chat. Sorry, I was getting a drink of water. Pure Volume and Fatalog. I don't remember those. I don't remember some of these things you guys are listing. Yeah, I'm really cold. Haglove. Let's get a Haglove going in the chat for people who love hags. Just because I'm such a boomer. I remember people sending passive aggressive messages by changing their nicknames on MSN and changing their status. Oh yeah. You could do that on RuneScape too. You could like constantly set your thing to private and on, and it like spam people. I was still using IRC up to a few years ago. If my well, we'll talk about that later, but if the series of unfortunate events didn't downfall me and all that. Oh yeah, I used Xfire too, Duck. That's another one. I'm forgetting all of them. Like they just evolve and get phased out. Like what's gonna happen when no one remembers Discord anymore and we're all on something called Ice Cream Cone or something? Where was I going with this? Yeah, I'm super old. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just really old. Okay, and the next thing, I speak only American. Well, I also do some voice impressions, but they're not very good. Like, every time I'm in, someone like a streamer's Discord and I'm talking with their audience and I start doing a voice impression, people just, they start sighing and just being audibly, like, upset. Like, I think if I start doing voice impressions, people will probably start, like, donating to get me to stop. Just because they're, that bad. I am pretty good at sound effects, though. Like, that one guy from Police Academy. Like, that's why I did the slurp earlier. And I can do some other sound effects, too, like when I'm telling a story. Ice cream cone, just like the Pokemon, anything is a messenger. What? Is there a messenger Pokemon? I thought Farfetch'd was. I loved Windows Live MSN. Oh yeah, I remember all the little, like, oh, they were so cute. I had different emotes, like little fox one. There was like RuneScape ones. Yeah, good old freedom. 1776 will commence again, especially at this rate. Yeah, I'm super American. I've never lived in any other country and I don't plan on it. I wish things were better, but can't help where you're born. Let's see. Duck says, we've always encouraged you to do your impressions. I know, but sometimes they're terrible. I love your impressions, but that doesn't mean they don't physically hurt me. You're an wizard, Harry. We boomer hours already? It's always gonna be boomer hour when you're here with Tsukemono. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, the people already said we're the sad boomers. They're not wrong. Anyway, my next boomer ism or boomer attribute is I like gardening. Some of you already know this because I like post some pictures, and some of you don't. I'll probably start being more active, like on Twitter, posting them or something. I don't have like a huge garden. I don't have a farm or anything like that, but I am pretty knowledgeable, and every year I try something different. Sometimes, well, I'll just say like right now what I'm growing. I have like 4 or 5 different types of peppers growing. Like I can only identify the bell pepper. I completely forgot what the other ones are. There might be like some serrano or some type of like red sweet one or something. I don't even remember. I can only identify the bell pepper. And I've got cherry tomatoes. I've got full-size tomatoes. I've got strawberries, 3 different types of raspberries: orange, red, black. I'm growing golden potatoes, red potatoes, and some like kind of black potato. I don't know what they're called. I was growing a bunch of different lettuces and stuff, but they're out of season, so they're just going to seed, and I collect the seed. Same for cilantro. I was growing cilantro, and now it's becoming coriander seed. I think in the UK you guys just call it coriander straight up, the whole plant. I'm not sure, but here we call the seeds coriander and the leafy green stuff cilantro. And if you didn't know, some people have some weird genetic predisposition. When they eat cilantro, it tastes like soap. I don't have that. Some people have it. It's like some weird disability or something. I hope they can get some like financial compensation for it from the government. And there's also another. No, they're not bad. They're purple. Okay, that's what they're called. They're purple potatoes. They're not rotten. Not like starting a bubonic plague or some potato fungus or something. Eating unidentified peppers is pretty ballsy. So I like ghost chili and the Trinidad scorpion. Or is it Moruga scorpion? I forget what they're all called, but I like all the scorpion and ghost chili stuff. Like I'm all about that. One time I made hot sauce that was so hot outside I was doing it in a gas mask, and the fumes like blew over to my neighbor, and he started screaming and running inside. Is that why American tacos taste like soap? Today I learned. My plants die as soon as they sense my intentions to buy. Oh, the Carolina Reaper. Yeah, there's like the Scorpion, Carolina Reaper, uh, Ghost Pepper. There's all sorts. I love them all. And you can already achieve like near that with if you get enough habaneros. So I like to use like habanero, serrano, jalapeno, and then like ghost chili or scorpion. And you know it's so hot it'll burn you twice. And ghost chilies are pretty epic. Neko, you're always struggling with spicy Doritos. Are you sure you can handle them? What's GP-5? That sounds like something grown in a... Is that government pepper 5? After, whatever that catnip was. The government 13 or whatever. So... Yeah, I like gardening a lot. And, you know, like, I don't like tomatoes. You're gonna find that out in a minute, but I grow tomatoes anyway. Just because, well, you know, they could be used for something. But I like to just give stuff away, too. Yeah, I do make homemade hot sauce. And I do make homemade pickles. Relish, too. I've made homemade ketchup. I haven't made homemade mustard. That would be cool. Haven't done mayo, but I don't have chickens. Trying to think if there's anything else I've made. I've made a compote. If you guys have ever watched any of the, you know, Russian dudes on YouTube, I made like compote from some of my fruit trees. You could probably get it online, Gary. I mean, that's where I got it. Oh no, it's not the surplus Soviet gas mask. Mine is I think it's a Finnish, I want to say. I think it's a surplus Finnish gas mask. And has an adapter for modern filters, because it, you know, takes some like older filters, but you can put an adapter on it so it takes newer ones. And then I got some newer filters. Basically living the cottagecore life. I wish I just live in a basement. It's kind of sad. Not trying to bring the mood down. I wish I could live out in the woods. No, Neko, please, no. Please, no, Neko, please. I'm not gonna repeat that. So, my other hobby is cooking. Kinda touched on that a little bit there. Sorry, I'm overheating because I have to have my fans off. so it doesn't screw with the audio. And yeah, I'm very sweaty. We'll persevere. I've kind of lost interest in cooking, as I've done a lot of cooking, for a living. And last year and this year, I've kind of just tanked that. But it's fine. I kept the knowledge. I think if you like something, you shouldn't do it, as a living. Like, if you like cooking, don't be a chef. Because you'll never have time to actually, like, cook for yourself or enjoy it, I feel. Yes, I'm hydrating lots, Neko. I even have something around my neck that's, like, was soaked in ice water, and now it's just dry. Just kind of sitting here on my neck, like, warming up. It's fine. I'm just sweating through this, plain white t-shirt. Probably auction it off after stream. Oh. Okay. I see you guys are already getting ahead of me there in the chat box. Moving on. So I do like pickling. I actually gave Papa some advice earlier because he was showing me some cucumbers. That sounds kind of weird. He was showing me some cucumbers he was gifted and asking about them. I used to actually have a pickling guide, but it's gone. So I just sent him something that was close, something that I based my my original recipe off of, because I like to look at a few different chefs, both videos and written, and then compare them, and then also my own personal tastes or experience what I have when I'm making recipes, or when I'm making a brine solution with all the different spices. Hell yeah, those cucumbers were freaking huge. I mean, what? I can already tell we've probably lost a few people. At this point, it's okay. So yeah, I like pickling. I've tried making kimchi before. Or no, it wasn't kimchi, it was sauerkraut. Yeah, I want to make kimchi. I tried making sauerkraut, and it was just too salty. I screwed up somehow. Don't know how. It's just cabbage and salt, but yeah, screwed up. No one liked it. It was like a big failure. But I do make salsas and hot sauces, and I actually wanted to have a hot sauce empire before, and I gave up on that because it used to be a lot harder to start up a business and actually get the required space that you need, like a commercial kitchen and all that. It costs a lot of money, or you have to share a commercial kitchen space with someone, and that involves scheduling your use around the kitchen around their use, and the whole cleaning it up and everything. And yeah. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I was taking a sip of water and reading the chat. We were talking about pickles, right? I don't even remember. Pickled sushi? No, you don't pickle sushi. I mean, there are sushi things that get pickled, like Tsukemono ingredients in them. What was it? It's not eggplant. I'm forgetting what it is. Pickled beet. Pickled beet. I forget which one gets that. Is there a bootleg hot sauce market? I would hope not. It's also just hard to get into now. I don't know if you guys look at YouTube and stuff, but that Hot Wings channel, they have all kinds of different hot sauces they're always featuring, and you can just go to the grocery store and see millions of hot sauce. So it's really hard to get into a cost-effective hot sauce thing. And people actually will say this to you, they've said this to me. They're like, so what makes your hot sauce any better than hot sauce I can get for 99 cents? And it's well, it's all freaking local and made with way better ingredients and stuff, and way more care and love. But If you want your cheap 99-cent hot sauce that's mass-produced, I can't beat you. Would be cool if you did a how to pickle tutorial sometime. Keen to know how them spicy pickles. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I'm having horrible luck growing cucumbers this year. I think it's because I've been growing them in the same spot too long. A bit of a monocropping issue or whatever. So I'm gonna have to amend the soil and put a cover crop over it this year. So I don't know if I'll actually be able to make pickles this year. Plus, the markets have been horrible. It's been horrible trying to get into the farmers markets with, you know, all the whatever going on in the world. So I don't even bother anymore. I've kind of missed out on a lot of fresh produce and socializing with other gardeners and local farmers and stuff like I used to. Kind of miss it, but I'm kind of over it too, honestly. I want Suki's hot sauce to suffocate me. I don't know why I turned angry. Just thought it would fit. I'd imagine that all you gotta do to get into the hot sauce market is brew up something that qualifies as hazmat, take it to the county fair, and send a few people to the hospital. Yeah, I hope not. I don't ever want anyone to be hurt by my cooking. And the only time someone was hurt by my cooking is I gave this girl a jar of pickles, and then she called me up saying she ate the whole jar and her stomach was hurting. And these weren't just like, you know, when I make pickles, they're lacto-fermented, so they are a probiotic. They're not just cooked in vinegar. I'm actually, like, against vinegar. I'm a vinegar anti. And so these are fermented pickles, and they're good for gut health and stuff like that. Well, she ate the whole jar, and then was wondering why her stomach was hurting. And I don't know what to tell you. It's like, you drank a whole bottle of kombucha all in one sitting. Probably happened too. Yeah, the whole jar. She said it was so good, but she was like in pain. She like moved away to like Spain after that, so I haven't sold pickles in a while. Kind of miss it. A cat girl who can cook non-lethal foods. This is a nice change of pace. Oh, Neko, I'm so sorry. Alright. That's enough of the pickle talk. What good hot sauce makes it hard to breathe? Yeah, that's an allergic reaction, Saint. Anata no bacteria wa mo shinderu. I don't speak Japanese. My name is just Tsukemono. I like target practice. Anything from wrist rocket slingshots to bow and arrows to going to the range. I wish I could find a nice outdoor range, but I just, you know, hit up the indoor ones. Get my, you know, yearly dose of lead poisoning in one go. Shoot some targets. I'm not going to say which ones I have. I'll just list off some companies. Glock, CZ, HK, FN, Smith & Wesson. Am I forgetting any? Some of them are just Suki brand. I mean, what? Anyway. Moving on. So now we're at my likes and dislikes section. Yeah, range stream. One day there'll be a range stream. Or at least I'll post my groupings after. Well, this is a deja vu. So I like pickles. I think we established that already. I hope there's not too much for me to touch up on there. No AK-47, Gary. AR-15. Mark 18 specifically. I mean, what? Anyway. Pickles. They are great. I actually have 2 jars within a couple feet of me right now. And I'm probably going to eat some pickles after stream. Trader Joe's makes some good pickles. You know, since I'm not able to make mine. We already have a dork cat in chat, Suki. Sorry. I know. You know, but if she's gonna steal things from me, I'm allowed to steal things from her. See, I like pickles. As I'm sure is a big surprise to everyone. I don't even know why I included that. It should be obvious by now. I also like coffee. My favorite is Tanzania pea berry, which is like an African one, but like right now I'm drinking like a Mexican one, I think. Kind of a coffee hipster too. I think that comes with the territory of living, in the Pacific Northwest. I wasn't always a coffee snob, and I also do like type 2 instant coffee from the MREs sometimes. Like I actually have the pack over here near me. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a comfort thing. Isn't cyclic theft just trading? For some reason, I thought you were talking about catalytic converters for some reason. So I like coffee. I can drink it black, and I can drink it with, well, so some people put milk, some people put half and half. The true patrician taste is heavy whipping cream. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Yes, I really like MREs. The Canadian ones are probably the tastiest. The Russian ones are probably the weirdest, and the Chinese ones the most inedible. Having coffee standards isn't snobbery, it's humanity. I mean, when you have like, health issues like I do, you want good coffee. You want to put good stuff in. I know some people just, go to 7-Eleven and get that coffee and slam it down and ain't got no issues. But I like to make sure I'm only putting, high quality stuff in my body. Sounds kind of weird. I mean, it shouldn't. Do you have a tray to get them out on? Yes, I do. I have a metal, what is it, like canteen tray. Not canteen, cafeteria. I mean, they're all called canteens in some country. Like a cafeteria mess hall tray. For getting the MREs out on. Nice. Nice hiss. Anyway, I should have put that on there. No, Rico. We're not there yet. So I like gummy candy. I've tried making my own. Doesn't turn out so well. I've used both gelatin and agar. And agar I think is like, what is it, seaweed? Or kelp or something? They're similar, but different. It's agar is like the vegetarian or vegan one, whatever, and gelatin, animal product. Whereas agar is more plant-based. So yeah, the gummies I tried making just didn't turn out right. They tasted like jello. And I tried, changing the consistency a few times, and it just didn't work out. And then this was like 2019, late 2019, and then, whatever happened in 2020 happened, and just kind of gave up. Like, the molds are just sitting in the cupboard, and all my gummy making stuff and gelatin powder, and it's kind of sad every time I see it. I just, give up. But anyway, I like gummy bears and like gummy sharks sometimes. I don't like eating gummies that are all like one flavor. So you just like, what is it, food fatigue? Yeah. They're good if you like have just a handful, but if I'm gonna buy a bag, I don't want like all one thing, like Haribo freaking cherries. They're the Haribo cherry gummies are good, but I don't want a whole bag of cherry gummies. So those ones that have like the mix of everything, those are pretty pog. Oh yeah, speaking of sour, I did try making sour ones too with citric acid. I have a whole freaking bag of citric acid now, still, 'cause Not making any gummies. Apparently, I just like think I'm gonna do something, buy a bunch of stuff for it, and then don't do it. It's how I do things, I guess. I like spicy stuff. I think we kind of touched up on that, the cooking stuff. As I mentioned, anything from ghost pepper to ghost chili. Or anything down to like sriracha sauce. It's actually pretty, it's not easy to make sriracha, but easier than you think, I would say. No sugar-free Haribo. I already know the green text to that. Oh, I am heating up in here. And running out of water. Alright, we will persevere though. Spicy stuff, we talked, like I said everything I can about that. I don't think I can say anything more. Not just hot sauce too, but I do like spicy candy. Like there was some spicy mango candy from Spain or something I tried. It's pretty pog. I like berries. I touched up on that. Oh, the twin snake gummies. I like those. John. But I eat too many of those, like, make myself sick all the time. I like berries. Like I said, I'm growing, raspberries outside, 3 different kinds, strawberries. I have blueberry bushes, and they're not fruiting. It's, like, too early for them in the season. Oh, and lingonberries. I almost forgot about those. I have lingonberries, and they're just now making fruit again, which is kind of nice, because, when I bought them, they had, like, a few little berries on them, like, around Christmas time or whatever, and it was kind of cute, and now they're making more. It was nice seeing all the little bumblebees and hummingbirds. I haven't had tamarind candy. I've had tamarind soda. I'm not even sure what tamarind is, actually. If I had to tell you right now, I wouldn't know. Like an orange? I don't even know. Might even be like closer to a tomatillo. I do love tomatillos, by the way. I actually probably should have grew those, but I've been like too scared to, even though it's in the nightshade family. Like, they're just weird because they're sticky. I dislike white chocolate. I kind of touched up on that when I was talking about my model. Lingonberries are good. I think IHOP uses like lingonberry sauce. But, yeah, lingonberries are amazing, and they do really well in this climate here. They kind of like it cold and wet. Ooh. I hate white chocolate. It's like the worst chocolate ever. Lingonberries mixed with blueberries makes an excellent jam. Blueberries are sweeter and lingonberries like tartar. So I've never had that. Like, I'm growing them at the same time, but I've never tried doing that. Be pretty interesting. Yeah, Saint's right, but milk is actually good. So it's like stale, hard milk. Sorry, I almost burped. I'm sure you guys would have loved that. It's like stale milk. Tamarind is like a sweet, earthy pulp. Really good if it's spicy. I've only had the soda. Like, what is it? Anyway. So I dislike white chocolate. I'm supposed to burping now. Why? It's kind of terrible. I dislike cold seafood. Like, I like hot seafood, like piping hot, but I hate when they're like serving like, was it shrimp or like crab legs or something over ice. I just realized I scared a few people out of here and it kind of made me sad. It's okay. It's okay. Can't keep them all. I knew this would be, a big filtering event. So yeah, cold seafood. I hate it. Like, why? Why would you go through all that trouble? Okay. Sorry, I was reading my Eric was saying. I agree. I'm just not gonna read that out loud. I would not like to get yeeted on my first day. The third thing on here, they were weak and won't start the winter. They were streamers though. Anyway, I don't like drama. The real filters come later. I mean, I kind of dropped a few already. Subtle. But they're there. I dislike drama. Just microwave it? Neko, please. You need to be banished from my kitchen. Like, of all the people who make the jokes about putting you in one, you need to be, like, kept out of one. Anyway, dislike drama. Kinda had some recently, and we dealt with it. But it was like a polarizing kind of thing, you know? Kind of split the community apart. Sucks when stuff like that happens. So that's why I'm not going to be having a Discord. Just because they kind of bring drama around and then split up, you know, friends and communities. And everyone goes their own way and tries to handle it differently. Kind of sucks. That's why I will try and keep that stuff to a minimum in my channel. And I won't be, like, you know, calling anyone out on Twitter or anything like that. It's just not something I do. Oh, thanks for sticking around, Azura. Thank you. It means a lot. Have a good night. I wish Neko would follow in your footsteps and get some rest. But it's also Friday, so Neko's gonna be up like another 8 hours with us. Anyway, have a good night, Azura. I dislike drama. I'll just say that in general. I'm trying to keep it to a minimum. I don't want to bring up anything. I want to be like a chill streamer you guys can watch. I don't want to be your favorite or your number one or anything like that. You know, Tsukemono accompanies the main dish. It's not the main dish. It accents it. You know what I mean? That's kind of my goal. And there's drama with VTubers all the time. I don't want to add to that or speculate anything about that. So I hope you guys will understand. Like, you're free to talk about people if I bring them up or something like that, but if I'm, like, not talking about something, I don't, you know, it's kind of weird to, like, bring up something that happened to, like, a HoloLive or something. Let them handle that on their own, you know? Don't need to be adding more fuel to the fire. So next thing, oh, you have 12-hour shift. Oh my god, Azura, I'm so sorry. I used to work 12.5 hours building airplanes. And it sucked. I'm surprised planes haven't fell out of the sky yet. Good luck with that. Make sure you eat a lot, get a lot of rest. That was one thing I never got, was enough food or rest. Please get both. I'll be thinking of you. I'm glad you think so, Elijah. I mean, I hate my voice. I never will stop, no matter what. Thanks, Azura. Have a good night. Means a lot. You guys keep saying comfy. I'll try and make them as comfy as I can and not be too in my own head about it. As I'm trying not to burp out loud. Why am I burping? All I had was some tea, a bunch of honey, and water. Oh, well, this was a long time ago, so I think that maybe that's why, Rico. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. Don't leave cat girls in charge of building stuff. I'll just say that. I'm really not, Elijah. I'm really not. I'm just having a existential crisis and rambling. And you guys are, like, forced to listen and sticking around for some weird reason. This is indeed comfy. It's a vibe in here. I'm glad you guys think so. Now be extra yab? No. Where do you guys think you are? Why would I be a yab cat? Apparently, as soon as you become a VTuber, you just start burping and hiccuping and bottling your sweat. I mean, I am sweating right now. It's more like, garlic and onions. That's just like my natural scent when I sweat. I'm 2 people now, but it's perfectly natural. I don't want to be 2 people. I forget that this is the most some of you have heard me talk, and others have heard me talk a lot more. I've kind of been doing test debuts and test streams with a really small audience, just so it doesn't leak out or anything like that. But now we're here, and it's public, so I can no longer hide and delay. I'm just, bearing my soul for everyone here. And I want to say thank you for, sticking around. So since you guys have made it to this point, I probably should have did this before Azura left, but since you guys have stuck around to this point, I want to give you a coupon. I'll put it on screen again later so you can try and save it. Maybe you can get it right there. This is your free coupon for listening to me ramble for this long. I think you've earned it. Don't abuse them. We will be checking for counterfeits. The other day I tripped and fell and dropped a whole stack of them, and the lettermaids scrambled and picked up bundles of them by the fistful. You cannot redeem them right now because I do not want to move my model. Everything is carefully all put in place. Eventually I will do that so you can, or put a tail up on screen or something. They're not redeemable today. I'm sorry. They should have put a date in the corner. No, I'm sorry, you guys. They're not redeemable today. They will be redeemable once the stream week starts. I will be releasing the schedule for that. I would just like to say that will be coming out either Sunday or Monday. I don't know the full schedule yet, but I'll give you guys a hint. The first game will be New Vegas. I know some streamers have been streaming that already. Uh-oh. Why are you guys deleting your messages? You're making me scared. Stop. Seriously, stop. Making me lose my train of thought. I know some people have been streaming New Vegas. That's kind of been on my mind before they even loaded it up the first time. I just didn't say anything. But it's okay. I've played New Vegas a lot. I've played it since it first came out, and I never had Xbox Live, so I had the very first release of it, and it never got patched because it was for console, and I never had connection to the internet because I was poor, still am, but even poorer than I am now. So my poor little 360 never patched New Vegas to what it is now. And so what I remember from the console version to what I play on Steam now is completely different. I have memory of characters and things being there that are no longer there because I patched them out to make room for the PC one. But there are mods that restore all that stuff. I think it would be fun to do that. I've only really played around with the mods that are the anti-crash ones. And one other, I did a companion one, and one that buffed the Legion, because the Legion is horrendously underpowered, and it made their armor a little better, so it didn't look like they just raided a high school locker room or whatever. That was the last console I had, Rico, and that was 20, not even 2012. How long ago? I haven't played a console since 2010, I think. There was a series of unfortunate events that happened after that, no console, and then no home. you know, things are better now, but I will explain. That will be kind of relevant when I start explaining my video game history. You'll notice a gap after like 2009, 2010 till like 2020, like a literal like 10-year lapse in gaming. It's kind of sad. Like my last computer had Windows 7 or Windows Vista. Was that 7? It was Windows Vista. I loved Windows Vista. And now this one's Windows 10. Like I haven't had a computer since. I just had cheap laptops that couldn't even run Final Fantasy 9. Oh, I must have missed that part of the story. Anyway, so yeah, you'll see there's a big lapse in my games about that. But I don't want to talk about the games just yet. That's coming up. I'm getting really distracted here, and I shouldn't with how low my water is getting. So I hate zucchini. You know, it kind of looks like a cucumber, but it's not a freaking cucumber. It's zucchini, and it sucks. They put it in everything. They put it in pasta. They turn it into bread. It's freaking green and long, and it looks like a cucumber. I think you can pickle them. I don't even know. But yeah, zucchini. Screw zucchini. Like, get it out of here. You know, they talk about cats hating zucchini or cucumbers or whatever. Like, it's real. I'm a cat that hates zucchini. Get that shit the fuck out of here. I have water. I don't want to take a break to get more. I'm just trying to ration it. My left eye is going blind. No zucchini bread. I don't even grow zucchini. I hate it. No water. I want to expire from heat stroke here. Okay. I'm drinking out of my Gatorade squeeze bottle. Like an athlete. I hate tomatoes. I was talking about this with the gardening stuff. Tomatoes just suck. Like, I hate them on cheeseburgers. I don't like them on sandwiches. They're okay in hot sauce and salsa. What else are they okay in? Ketchup. Yeah, they're okay when you turn them in like a sauce or, you know, a soup or something. But who in their right mind would just like fucking put them on a sandwich? I'm hiccuping again from drinking the water too fast. Yeah. I mean, like, sometimes I will eat like one cherry tomato from my garden, you know, just to taste them, and they are better than like anywhere else. But who would do that? It's a fruit. It's the worst tasting fruit ever. Like, who made this fruit? Hello, Tosca Lee Tolkien. Welcome. I'm talking about zucchini spaghetti. I don't like those. Okay. Tosca Lee Tolkien's deleting their messages. Anyway, moving on from the dislikes. You're a terrible saint. How could you do that? Why? Literally, why? Why would you eat tomatoes like that? I should just, like, time you out right now. Anyway. The community name. I know some of you VTubers out there, like, let people decide on your community name. And, we don't do that here. Like, I don't think you guys are capable of making a smart enough decision. So, I've removed that, and I'm going to be making all the decisions. So, your new community name is Littermates, whether you like it or not. That's what every person who subscribes to this channel is going to be called a littermate. And if you donate, then you're a litter Chad. It's just an unofficial title, though. I don't have like a special badge to give you or something to dignify that you're a litter Chad. As long as you don't eat onions like an apple. I think I have once. One time. Probably never again. I do like to eat raw garlic, though. It's, you know, how you get those testosterone gains. Shout out to, you know, Fit. I mean, what? And this probably should have been at the first part, but because, you know, I was sick for a while, and I'm just a dumb cat. The nickname section's over here. So, there's my name right there, Tsukemono. And if that's too hard, you can just, you know, change it to Sue. The T is silent, by the way. Like, don't let that catch you up if you're, you know, a little slow. The T is silent. Or you can say Suki, or Pickle Cat, or Picat. You know, kind of like Picard, but it's Picat. And then this one's kind of controversial because of Neko. But you could call me Dork Cat. Because, you know, I'm like pretty scatterbrained. It's not my fault. You know, it's kind of big pharma. I mean, anyway, it's not my fault. There was, you know, it's a long story. Or you can call me Suki's Feed and Seed, formerly Neko's. And Rico was not happy about this. He said he would, you know, the joke doesn't make sense because it should be, you know, whatever. But this is an all-time classic, you know, nickname. I'm not going to change it. Pickle Chew. Pikachu. Pikachu. Probably hard to do right now. You know, still recovering from being sick. I will attempt a Pickle Chew one day. Alright. We're moving on to the next part, which should be anime. Yay. Pikachu. It's scuffed. I promise I will deliver a better one day. Alright, so this is anime, mangas, or LNs that I've enjoyed at some point in my life. Pikachu. No, it sucks. like my throat is screwed right now. I've got cough drop wrappers all over the place. Probably gonna pop another one here in a minute. Okay, so I won't stick around on this one too long because it is pretty big. These are animes, mangas, or light novels that I've enjoyed at some point in my life. At some point. So this could be, you know, like coming home from elementary school all the way up till like what's the most recent one on here? I don't think there's actually too many recent ones on here. Those are all pretty far back. I left out a lot of the more recent ones. So I liked Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. I used to have. Sorry, I almost burped. I used to have the action figures. He had like whatever the Gundam sword is. It kind of looks like a lightsaber. It's like pink or red or whatever. That thing. He had like a gun. He had the shield. Those were cool. I didn't watch Toonami religiously. It was just on all the time. Just didn't change the channel. It's just what happens when you have a TV in your bedroom stuck to like one channel, or you flip. Like Cartoon Network and the History Channel and Nickelodeon were all like, you know, one button away from each other. It's just like you just live on those. If you hadn't said you're a millennial, we'd know. Yeah. I think I hope you guys like my taste though, at least. So with Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, kind of like that for a while. You know, I didn't watch anything afterwards, but I liked the action figure thing. And I always play with it with like other toys I had. Like fight it, you know. I like Nichijou. Not too much to say about that. It's a pretty iconic show. I liked Hitamari's sketch too. You know, because what was it, the artist or whatever, what do you call him, mangaka? I don't know. They helped design Madoka, so that was pretty cool. Also, I liked Hitamari's sketch because it taught me how to make karage. If you like Google Hitamari sketch karage recipe, I think it'll teach you all about it, and that's still something I like go back to this day. I don't know what those animu are, Rico. I like Shin-chan. That was the Adult Swim one though, so I would like to go back and watch that. Can you guys stop asking questions? There's no Q&A. Q&A is next time. Shin-chan, I would like to go back and rewatch like that in Japanese now that, you know, like a lot of the Hololives are getting artwork done around that. I haven't actually seen if they're like watching that or playing Shin-chan. I have no idea. But it's just pretty nostalgic seeing Shin-chan and all that. I don't even remember what he would talk about. I just remember him and Action Bastard. Lupin the Third on here. This one kind of falls into the same thing that Trigun and Big O do. Also with Inuyasha and Samurai Champloo, but to a lesser degree. Just late night Adult Swim anime. Like, I wouldn't change it. Like, if they came on, I would watch it, you know. But I can't actually recite most of what's happened. Like, I remember what happened in Big O, but I can't actually remember Trigun or Lupin, honestly. I just liked watching them. They were aesthetic and all that, but they were, like, shows that would come on at 3 a.m., you know, and I'd wake up, like, before school, or on a school night, whatever, and just, like, see some glimpses of it and then fall back asleep. Because trying not to stay up all night. But they were cool. I want to, like, rewatch them again. Just because, like, the artwork and the animation and just, like, the nostalgia. They are in this weird category I have, though, of, like, literally just waking up in the middle of the night and, like, watching some glimpses of it and then, like, falling back asleep. Spice and Wolf. This one actually, let's see. I forget the order, but I think I read the light novel. And then I watched the anime, and then I read the manga. I'm not even sure. I remember that I pretty much consumed all forms of Spice and Wolf media there was until there was that gap when they're like, oh, there's no more Spice and Wolf. Don't watch the Fully Cooley sequel, it's not worth your time. I heard that about the Spice and Wolf one too. It's kind of sad that they are like dredging up my childhood and, you know, reanimating them like Frankenstein and just rehashing them out there. Liminal anime. So Spice and Wolf I was like really big on, honestly, until that weird point where they weren't writing like any more light novel. I think was the light novel. I forget which one they weren't writing. They weren't writing anymore though. And people were like, Spice and Wolf season 2, never. And then I guess recently they came out with like a new one, but it's supposed to be like a next generation type thing. I don't know. I didn't actually watch it, so I don't want to, you know, be talking out my ass about something I don't know anything about. Might be worth watching. I don't know. I liked Fully Cooley. I remember not even knowing that it was called Fully Cooley. Like, someone would ask me like about anime at school, and I was like, yeah, I like this weird one that's like on Adult Swim. Like, it was at the time when like Adult Swim would show it like every year. I was like, oh yeah, it comes on Adult Swim like once every year for like an anniversary. And I don't know what it's called. It's just FLCL. Like, that's what I would call it. It's like, it's FLCL. And then some kids like, oh, it's called Fully Cooley. And Yeah, so I never called it FLCL ever again. But that's what I always knew it as. And then, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I forget what it's actually called in Japanese. Danji Kokosai, whatever. I can't speak Japanese. It's Nichibros. It's kind of like the... It's basically the boy version of Nichijou. Like, it's high school boys instead of little high school anime girls. The anime style's a little different, but like the comedy is like right on there. Fully Cooley is so great. I love the soundtrack to it, the music. I do want to watch it again too. Like, there's a lot of things that I want to watch again, or like I watched at a point when I thought I could grasp it, but I want to like watch it as I get older more and more. I guess that makes sense. As you know, you like experience new life experiences, you like kind of relate more. So Nichi Bros was good. Check that one out if you haven't seen it. I think it's called Daily Lives of High School Boys. In the first episode, like if you don't like it in the first episode, you'll know if you like the comedy or not. I liked K-On! It was just called K-On!, right? I'm trying to make sure it wasn't called anything else. Yeah, K-On! I used to always use Azunion for my profile pictures. And, you know, the Azunion is like iconic. I can't even do a good one right now. My voice being all fucked. It's like iconic. And whatever after school tea time stuff they would do. I don't actually remember any of those. Well, this is how I know Gary's a Zoomer, because he doesn't remember these. So I'm glad you guys know what I'm talking about here. Because I don't have any, you know, there's no Bleach, there's no Attack on Titan, Naruto, One Piece, or anything on here, as you can see. I like to pretend that I have some standards. I liked Madoka. I really liked Madoka. I'd probably do a Madoka watch along every year. Or at least, you know, circumstances permitting. I've always tried to do a Madoka watch along. And they came out with a new Madoka. And I actually watched that too. It was kind of weird, kind of, you know, lacking. But I liked it. And I liked all the movies. That was one thing that happened recently, and not recently, but this year, in the Cybercato community with Neko. There was a Madoka watch along of Rebellion Story. The third movie, technically the first, because first and second movie are just recaps of the anime. But I digress. Technically the third movie. I consider it the first. I mean, I think I would take 2001 right now over 2021. Wouldn't you agree? Wish we could turn back time. So Madoka, pretty great. I also want to say that I like subs over dubs, but some of these were watched dubbed because of, you know, Adult Swim. So it would be kind of nice to go back and watch some of these in, you know, with subs, like Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo and stuff. It would be nice to watch subs of that instead of the dubs that are forced on us. Yeah, that's really what I want to say about, like, Cowboy Bebop and Inuyasha and DBZ and stuff. Actually, not DBZ, because I don't want to go back and watch that, but that's on there because there was a time when I'd, like, get home from school and, like, my dad would be, like, watching that and would watch it with him. He'd, like, get excited about it. And it was, like, I remember DBZ being, like, really long. Like, the fight scenes lasting, like, whole commercial breaks and episodes. It's like Goku starts powering up one day and the next day you tune back in and he's still screaming powering up for, like, the next 5 minutes. Like, what is going on? This is great. My dad would watch it. He would think it was the coolest thing ever. And You know, he'd have like his buddy over and they'd be like drinking and yelling at the TV, watching Dragon Ball Z when they're like doing the fights and stuff. It was just, you know, a simpler time. It's kind of sad thinking about it. Um, Samurai Champloo, same thing. Watched it dubbed. I would love to go back and see it subbed, because I'm sure the dubs had their way with, you know, rewriting stuff. Yeah, there's a few things that are supposedly better in dub. Like, was it Space Dandy? Obviously, that's an American one, so it's better dubbed. But I don't know if that counts. Maybe we should do a watch along. I would like to do some watch alongs. You know, we do them in the Neko Chord. It would be nice to do some more animes or something. If they're not cool with that idea, maybe I will try and like set up a YouTube one or I don't even know. I like watch alongs a lot, especially if I'm not setting them up, but I'm helping decide what we should watch. Early Pokemon, Super Pog. You know, the one with the SSN, the ship that went down. That's amazing. What was the other one that I was gonna say? It was on the tip of my tongue. Bye Bye Butterfree is like another amazing one. The giant Tentacruel and like the mini Tentacools attack on the city. All pretty iconic. It's just like kind of sad thinking about it, how much I used to watch that and how like widely accepted it used to be. Like I remember like, you know, my mom would take me to get my hair cut and that stuff would be on, like on the TV. Just get to like watch Pokemon. I think one time I remember getting my hair cut and watching the Kangaskhan one with the boy who's like what's his name? George of the Jungle, but he's like with the Kangaskhan. Like that's how far back my memory goes. I'm super old, but I remember that. Okay, you guys are talking about liking watch alongs. That'd be cool. I did do a watch along recently with Elijah. We watched Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I'd never actually seen that until now. And Papa Garrett was there. That was fun. There was a couple movies after I think that he put on, but I toned out for those. I'd like to just do one. You know, I'm not really like 3 movies back to back type person. Anyway, moving on. So early Pokemon was Pog. You know, I think it was the second season, but the island with the pink fruit. Really Pog. I was always like wanting pink fruit. Figured the giant tentacle monster would be more of a Neko thing. Well, you know. And Trigun. That falls back into what I was saying about some of these, like Lupin and stuff. I definitely want to go back and watch them. I enjoyed the aesthetic. I enjoyed whatever was going on. Was it Vash the Stampede? Like, that's all I really know. I don't remember the other characters. It's just some dude, edgelord, walking around like the desert or something with like a giant gun underneath. What was it, like? It was just hiding like a giant gun or sword or something. I don't even remember. Just weird. It's like, I would like to go back and like try and understand that though. Big O, that falls under the same thing. Like, what was he, like some Bruce Wayne type thing, like millionaire, like almost kind of like Batman. He's got like, what was she, like an android? What's the female word for butler? Maid. The Room. Yeah, I've not seen The Room either. Yeah, I remember like thinking his android maid thing was pretty hot though, even though she was like pale. Wasn't she like robot color? I don't even remember. I don't think she was. Was she human? I don't remember if she's robot color or human color. I remember her being like really like weird, but like hot. And it was like driving around Paradigm City. I don't even remember the whole premise was. But yeah, Big O. That's another one that I'd like to go back and rewatch. Apparently, it was only a few episodes long. I can't even remember. It was just pretty cool. This one might confuse some people. I like Zoids. I can't remember like what what iteration of them or whatever, but I like Zoids. They were really cool. I had Liger, what is it, Liger Zero? I don't even remember. But I had like action figure of like the Liger and I think another one. And that kind of like fell with my, Gundam action figure type thing I liked. I just like white and blue robot type things for some reason. Or at least I did. And then I read both the book and watched Welcome to the NHK. The light novel or manga? The book of it is a lot more sad and in depth than the anime, but it is still pretty relatable. I think if you guys haven't seen that, it might be a good rewatch. I know it's gonna get some hate because I'm like pretty old, just listing all these old anime. When I finish this, I'm gonna take a quick break because yeah, yeah. Anyway, so the next one I liked Haruhi, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I cannot for the life of me tell you what happened on that show. Like I literally watched like 2 or 3 seasons of it. I don't even remember how many there were, but I watched like every episode. And I for the life of me cannot tell you what happened. Like there's just Haruhi and that one dude and that other girl. I don't know. This was around a kind of dark time in my life, so a lot of stuff's probably being blanked out. But I do recall that I enjoyed it at some point, so that's why I've enjoyed it at some point in my life. Maybe not like right now, but there was a time. And then this one falls back into the Adult Swim category again, and also the memory hole category. And I'm gonna try and pronounce it on the first go. Okay, so it was Bobobo. I think I got that. That one was pretty cool. I didn't realize till I was older that it was like a parody of like Dista the North Star and all that other stuff. So it'd be kind of cool to go back and rewatch that maybe, or even watch because I watched it dubbed with Adult Swim. It'd probably be kind of cool to go back and see like the Japanese. All I remember is that the episodes are released out of order as some kind of social commentary. I hope not. Jeez. Also liked Card Captors. It was called Card Captor Sakura everywhere else, but in America we called it Card Captors with a dub. And I liked the little yellow guy. Was he like a lion or something? He was like a little yellow guy with like wings. He was cute. I don't even remember what all happened in that show. I just remember him being cute. I watched all of Claymore. I was kind of sad, kind of brutal, like for its time. Animation period-wise. I'm sure there's, like Goblin Slayer and stuff now. You got Attack on Titan and all that stuff's like a little crazy. But Claymore was like pretty brutal for its time. I don't know if I'd go back and rewatch that, but it was pretty good for its time. Lucky Star. Same thing up there with kind of like the K-On thing. Like who didn't have Lucky Star profile pictures, avatars and stuff? Who was even my favorite character? I think Konata was. I don't even remember. I can't even remember any quotes besides which end do you eat the freaking chocolate thing, from the fat end to the skinny end? And that one I watched. Well, no, I watched that one dubbed and subbed, like kind of at the same time. Kind of weird. And then I like Hamtaro. I've only watched that dubbed too, but Hamtaro was pretty cool, and that's how I got my first hamsters. And I loved hamsters. They're just hard to care for. I mean, they're not, but as a kid, when you're a dumb kid, they are. Anyway, I am taking a quick litter box break. I will be back in just a minute. What the hemp? What are you guys doing? You should probably prepare a prep screen for that in the future. Thanks, Papa. I freaking know. I didn't think I'd have to pee this time. Didn't know the debut lasts this long. Anyway, thank you for the donation. I'm only seeing one as I was coming back. So, there was others. I didn't see them. I'll have to look back at my thing. And I made sure to grab more water. Because I was running low on ration in it. It's kind of not a smart idea to do with the heat wave. I'm glad you guys are enjoying. Even though you guys already know me. I mean, I saw a random show up and then delete their messages, so I think they like had instant regret. But it's okay, you know. When you're me, you learn to live with these things. That is the be right back screen. Just screen cafe and cut back to it. I mean, I said I was going somewhere. Like, if you're not listening, then probably doesn't matter. I know, Garrett. Eesh. You can be a streamer too if you want. Anyway, moving on to extras part 2. This one is gonna be just as controversial as the last. Zop, you would leave too if you could. Yeah, you're not allowed to leave. You're lucky I didn't make you a mod. I'll give you some responsibility. Alright, so this is extras part 2. Same concept as the last one. Games I've enjoyed at some point in my life. This means like anywhere between like age 4 or 5 to however old I am now. So probably like the first yeah, probably the first game I ever played was like Spyro. And I might have actually had Spyro 2 first instead of Spyro 1. I can't remember, but I remember the PlayStation being my first game. The first one, freeing all the dragons from the stone, it's kind of like my highlight of that game. All the different dragons, and then in both games, the guy who steals the eggs and he's like, nee, 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 just runs away from you. Pretty iconic. And speaking of Crash Bandicoot, I also remember Spyro having the demo for Crash. I think it was Crash Team Racing. I think I forgot to put that on there. I can't actually remember all the Crash games. Like, they're pretty similar. But I did enjoy, like, the Crash Bandicoot games. Back in that era when you could access Crash Team Racing off Spyro with a demo. Like, actually, like, play the hell out of that demo all the time and would, like, try and, like, escape the demo. I was like, I need to escape the demo so I can, go play the real game. Like, I thought if you could, like, escape from the demo, you could, like, access the real game, you know what I mean? So I was always, like, on the edge of borders, like, trying to find a, like, loophole to pass the imaginary force field so I could get to the real game. Of course, when you're, like, older, you find out, like, they just, like, coded a small section of the game or whatever in there. But when you're a kid, you think anything's possible. Mario Bros. On the NES. Like, I played all those, like, later. Like, I later got an NES and all that stuff, but they were, like, after I'd already played a lot of games. I did like Ape Escape. I can't actually remember too much about it or where I got the game. I think, like cousins or something let me play it. But I loved the monkeys with the sirens on their head and like chasing after them. I was looking at artwork the other day for it and I was like, oh my god, these games look terrible. How are these like at the top of my list for games? But there was a point in my life where those were like the most fun things ever. And later stages of my life where I was like, if I could play that game right now, I probably would. I mean, like, I don't think I would play, like, the newer ones, when they started improving the graphics and stuff. But it's just one of those old funny games. I mean, there are a couple games where the demo really is just a full game with some silly code to stop you in place. Huh. Well, I don't think they could fit that all on those discs back then, like the PS1 ones. But I don't know. I liked Gex Enter the Gecko. I can't actually remember too much about the game, just being the gecko dude and does he have a gun? I don't even remember. I don't even remember what he does. I just remember it being fun. I didn't get to play it too long. This might have been like another game like lent to me by a cousin or something. And, short time they were like staying with my family or something and then took all their games back. Same with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I did eventually get Tony Hawk Pro Skater American Wasteland. And that one was probably one of my favorites. But I can't remember every Tony Hawk Pro Skater iteration I've ever played, so I just put THPS on here. Cause, I mean, they're all kind of similar. You collect skate or horse or whatever, and a few other things. And then it really didn't change until American Wasteland, where you had to like do stuff to collect things for the skate park. That was pretty cool. I liked doing that, like the giant T-Rex head and stuff like that. You like destroy things and then get them added to the skate park. It's kind of cool. I mean, looking back, it was kind of a limited game and everything, but I had fun. I probably like played it from start to finish like 3 times or more, and would always just like play against friends and see who could get the biggest score. I played RuneScape a lot back before it was even RuneScape 2, back when it was what is now called RuneScape Classic, but it was just RuneScape, and it was so trippy, like playing Classic, whatever the classic version, And then when they updated the RuneScape 2 graphics, like going for them that jump to the next was just like you can't recreate that. What, you could place the old Tony Hawk PS1 games in a CD player and I would play the soundtrack? I used to have a Walkman for the longest time when everyone was getting their first iPod Nanos or iPod Shuffles or whatever they were. Or what were they called? They were the big ones. Not the Nano was later. I think it was just iPod or iPod Shuffle. Yeah, I had a Walkman for the longest time. I was a very poor dork. Yeah, so back to RuneScape. The graphics changed, when it came out with RuneScape 2 back in like 2004, whatever. Was amazing. And I still have an account from 2004. Like I can log into it right now. And it says that I've been logged in or, I've played since 2004, whatever time. And that's not even my first account. I had one from early 2003, but I was a dumb kid and someone said, "Hey, we're the moderators who work for this game. Give us your login information and we'll give you some free stuff." Being a dumb kid, I was like, "Oh, lucky me. The moderators are contacting me and they're going to give me some free stuff. See ya, losers." And it was like Christmas time and I was a dumb kid. And I remember like crying to my mom, telling her I lost my account and I need a new one. So, I lost all the stuff that I had on my 2003 one. And I was like rebuilding the 2004 one basically. I don't remember if I lost the first one in December of 2003 or if I lost it December of 2004. But yeah, it was pretty sad. That my oldest character could have been older. And anyway, I played the absolute hell out of RuneScape like my entire life, probably to my own detriment. Skipping school and staying up till 3 a.m. or waking up at 3 a.m. to play before school, stuff like that. Really unhealthy, but it was my favorite thing to do, and it kind of plays back into IRC chats and Ventrilo. What was it, TeamSpeak, Skype, all those things. Yeah, I never fell for the free armor trimming, but someone telling you that they work for the game and they'll put some free gifts on your thing for Christmas time. It's pretty tempting. Can't believe it. I played for a really long time. Then, they came out with the Evolution of Combat EOC, and it changed RuneScape from a, what is it called? Ticks, like in Minecraft, a tick-based game into more like, kind of like what Final Fantasy 14 and stuff is now with the ability spamming and stuff. That just wasn't my thing. So eventually later, all the older players like me and stuff petitioned them to bring back old school RuneScape from the era of 2007. And that was successful. And instead of having, the crappy 2012 or whatever post versions of RuneScape, we had old school 2007 back, which is what we wanted. Macho remembers TeamSpeak. Lineage 2. I never played that. Okay, Gary, we'll wait for you. I'm kidding. So everyone petitioned. We got RuneScape 2007 back, which, if you've never played RuneScape 2007... Actually, some people consider 2006, but 2006, 2007 was kind of considered like the golden era for a lot of players, people involved in the player versus player community. Like anyone else who did, like monster hunting or whatever against the boss monsters didn't really care. But the biggest aspect of the game was PvP and having clans and stuff and, clan wars. So the 2007 iteration coming back was a huge thing, and I played the absolute hell out of that, just like I did, the first part of the game. All the way from 2013 on and off till January 2021, I actually want to start streaming, maybe. But I I know that in my absence they have released some new updates that, may or may, like, I don't fully understand them. They might have kind of been like the whole reason we wanted old school RuneScape back in the first place, because they were just changing the game too much. So I'll have to go back and look and see and try and figure out what I missed out and what I have to learn. The new stuff, but it might be kind of fun. Play that, stream that. There's the versions of the game that everyone knows, like you can trade with your friends and stuff like that. Or if you kill someone, you can take their stuff. Or there's a big, like, marketplace, and you can use the marketplace to buy any item, like, from any person globally, whether they're online or not. So if you want a bucket or a piece of cake or whatever, you can buy it. All the way up to, like, rare armor and weapons and stuff. As long as you got the money for it and someone has put it into the marketplace, you can buy it. Well, there's a mode called Iron Man mode, and it disallows you from trading, picking up items from players, or using that marketplace. So if you want something, you literally have to go get it yourself as, like, a rare drop, or crafting it yourself with all the levels and stuff. I think make for some good stream content. It's kind of like Minecraft. Like, you want something, you gotta go find the resources, make it yourself. Well, I mean, I guess you can buy it from villagers if you get good enough, but still. And you'll notice Minecraft is not on here, and that's because I didn't play Minecraft until late 2020. Like, after watching Hololive play it, I was like, I should play that. Oh, Gary, you're back. We were waiting for you. So, anyway, that's enough RuneScape talk. I'll just say that I might play it and do Iron Man mode. Thanks, Eric. I know it's late for you Europeans and South Africans. I appreciate you giving me your time late at night. Hope you have a good weekend. Thank you for showing up. I liked Perfect Dark. That was one of those games play at the LAN parties and stuff. Everyone bringing their TVs up flights of stairs and bringing their consoles, and just big sweaty gamer night. Different time. Zoomers these days just won't understand it. Like, they think, like, getting on Discord and gaming with people all day is, like, a big thing. It's like, we literally carried those giant CR TVs, like, up flights of stairs and, like, put PC towers in our backpacks. It's just a different time. I liked Fallout 3. That was my first Fallout, like most people. And then I really liked New Vegas after. And we talked about, how I played them on the console, but I was poor, so I never got to have Xbox Live or any of the DLCs or anything like that. And they were like the pre-patched ones, and then, we moved and stuff, and I never had an Xbox and stuff ever again. I think the discs ended up with my brother. I'm not sure what he did with them. He's kind of like a mini, what's his name? Angry Video Game Nerd or whatever. Those guys who got, like, giant libraries of retro video games and consoles and stuff, and, like, stuff you've never even heard of, and, like, stuff from Japan. Like, my brother is kind of like that. I passed down a lot of my first-gen Pokemon cards and console games and Game Boy games, like Pokemon Silver and Crystal, to him. He actually has my very first Pokemon Silver. He deleted it, though, the fucker. Wrote over my my save file. I think some of those games, like, actually just started, like, dying down or whatever. Like, wouldn't work, wouldn't save or something, and he repaired them. I'm not even sure. You guys would probably like streams from him. He's more of a gamer. Or at least the real retro gamer. Even though he's my younger brother. So New Vegas later became, like, a big game for me because I did not have a good computer, like I was talking about. So New Vegas was actually one of the only things I could really play. And I played the absolute shit out of New Vegas all of, like, 2019. And I did not get the DLCs. Like, I never actually played any of the DLCs until, like, Christmas of 2019. And God, I love freaking DLC, like especially Old World Blues and Lonesome Road. You know, Honest Hearts and Dead Money are pretty good, but Old World Blues and Lonesome Road really take the cake, especially the comedy in Old World Blues. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just great, especially because you have that guy from like Venture Bros on there. I'm sure some of you don't even know what I'm talking about, Venture Bros and stuff. I'm really dating myself as a boomer here. I can tell people are already falling asleep. So I will move this along. Fable 1 and 2. I did play 3. You might notice like Spyro 3 is not on here and a couple other things. Like if they're not on here, I didn't enjoy it. Like Fallout 4 is not on here. I've played it. Did not enjoy it. Would not recommend. So I really loved 1 and 2. And 3 was just like, why? And that's really all I have to say about that. Like, I kind of wish it was a better game because I played the absolute hell out of those two and like every kind of build you can do, whether it's being a good character, a bad character, whatever. It's just like did everything possible. Kind of like New Vegas. I've done like every playthrough. Like one int or melee only, unarmed only, pistol only. Just all kinds of things. So when I do my New Vegas playthrough, I'm gonna try and not have that be a thing. Like, oh, I don't want to do unarmed because I've already done unarmed playthrough. It's like, well, I haven't streamed it, so have to get that out of my mindset. It's just for me personally. I've done like all those things, so it's like it's nothing new. I know that I can kill a Deathclaw by punching it, or beat Honest Hearts at level 1. Hi, Arcana. You are near the tail end of this, but you did make it. You missed out on the coupons being handed out. I'm so sorry. There might be some more. We'll see. Yeah, you haven't. There's still a little bit. I liked Age of Empires 1 and 2. I was trying to remember which one I actually played a lot, like at LAN parties, or in big computer room type things, whether it's like at a library or I don't actually want to say where. Just big computer room type things, after school and stuff. And Age of Empires 1 was the one we all played. I always lost and stuff, but it was still fun. Everyone always had their like color in their what do you call them? I don't want to use the wrong word here. Their kingdom. Everyone's like, oh, I gotta be the Franks, or I gotta be purple. You can't steal purple. You can't steal the Franks. I'm the Franks. Kind of like kids these days with their Smash characters or Brawl characters, whatever you kids are playing. Like, no, only I get to be Sonic. Except now you can like, two people can be the same character. Well, I think you could be the same kingdom too back then. I don't even remember. I just remember all the petty squabbling about like people picking a color or being on someone's lucky computer. Like, no, I sit in the corner. You can't sit there. Just dumb stuff. But, memories. So Age of Empires 1 was like the big computer room gaming. Age of Empires 2, I've played a lot of that like on my own. Sometimes I just, get like I want to be left alone and just play Age of Empires. Like I kind of play it like chess, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll play it really intensely, sometimes I will like step away and come back. Like let the enemy make their turns, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Or pause it and come back later. It's not something I rush. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Green Zerg? Oh, for StarCraft. Yeah, I played a little bit of StarCraft. Not enough though. I kind of wanted to get it again. well, I never bought it, but you know, it was in the computer labs and stuff at school. That would be kind of fun to play. Uh, Age of Mythology kind of falls in the same thing. I think there's other Age of Mythologies or remastered or whatever. The ones I'm talking about, same with Age of Empires, are all the first iteration. Like, I don't play updated graphic games. There's a reason I like RuneScape so much. But yeah, they're just like relaxed games that I like to play, like sipping a cup of coffee or when I want to be alone. Like the other night, I wasn't feeling good. I was actually like, I took some cold and flu meds, the nighttime ones, and they were making me drowsy. And I was trying to play Age of Mythology. I had to give up because I was not going anywhere. StarCraft 2 is free to play. Oh, okay. I guess I'll not have to buy it then. We should all get it and play it together or something. That could be a fun streamer event, right? Okay, and now the next one. I don't actually know what my first COD game was. There's so many of them. I will say, I think there was one before Big Red one, because I was really into all the World War II games. Like, as soon as I played Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, or was it Frontline? I don't remember whichever one was first with the D-Day and stuff. That is like really what kicked off big World War II, like, love, addiction, whatever you want to call it. So I think there was a COD before Big Red one that I'd played, but that's the most recent one I remember. We won't talk about that right now, Garrett. So after Big Red 1, World at War, I have been test streaming some of that. Maybe if you guys like that, could maybe stream it. I don't know. It's kind of... There's some parts on there that I don't know would really hand up well on stream. I don't know. I mean, it's just a game. But, And then Modern Warfare. You might notice Modern Warfare 2 is not on here, and that's because for some reason I really liked Modern Warfare 1 a lot more, and I'm not even sure why. But Halo was the same way. Halo 1, 2, and 3 are on here, but out of all of them, I really liked Halo 1 the most. It's probably because the pistol. Like, that pistol and the Needler. Probably, like, the funnest things to use in Halo 1, and that's probably why they like later nerfed them and changed them so much. But that's what I remember. First Final Fantasy I ever played was 7, and then 8, and then I actually got 9. Like 7 and 8 belonged to like family members or whatever. Yeah, I've never played World of Warcraft Saint, so I mean, I have, and I tried to get into it, because, like, I was playing RuneScape, and all my friends played World of Warcraft, and I'm like, oh, it's so fun. So I tried to get into it, and I was like, this is terrible, hate it. Went right back to RuneScape. Like, I think if I had a choice to play World of Warcraft or Adventure Quest, I would play Adventure Quest. I actually enjoyed myself playing Adventure Quest far more than I did playing World of Warcraft. But anyway, 7. Final Fantasy 7 was like a really, really big game for me that I liked. Even though I like never fully understood it. And same with 8. I never fully understood it, never really got far. 9 was probably the one that I got farthest in. And I'll admit this right now, I've never actually beat any of them. I think like 9 and 7 I got to like the last boss fight or second to last or whatever and just never like went through with it, but I've never actually beat them. Yeah, probably why I stopped playing Final Fantasy 14. Unfortunately, I thought I could get into it. It's the whole reason I don't play RuneScape 3 or World of Warcraft, like I was saying, is the ability spam. It's just not my thing. RuneScape is a lot more like laid back and chill. using F keys and the escape key to switch to like your inventory and your special attacks and magic spells, it's easier. You just drag your mouse, push the F key to switch, or you don't even have to use the F key if you're one-handed. Like you just had one arm, you could literally just use the mouse. There's no need to like push buttons in any order or anything like that. You just eat food and drink potions and click the special attack and use, prayers that boost your stats like by 5, 10, 15, 20%. It's like pretty easy stuff, You don't have to worry about like cooldown time or area of effects or damage over time or bleeding effects or whatever all those MMO terms are. You heal yourself. You don't gotta wait for the healer. And you can tank if you want. Most people aren't that dumb. It's, that kind of thing. Where was I? So, Medal of Honor, like I was talking about, kind of ties back with Call of Duty. The whole World War II thing. Just great series of games. I think The Rising Sun is the Japanese campaign, which I don't actually remember too much about. Some of these games I owned, and some of them were rented all from Blockbuster. Like, that's how old I am. They all came from a time when you could just go to Blockbuster and get a game for like a week or two and play the hell out of it and then take it back and get a new one. Same I think with San Andreas. I might have owned San Andreas. I know I owned Vice City, but I don't remember if I just borrowed San Andreas or if I owned it. I loved the hell out of San Andreas. I didn't really care for Vice City or I think it was like GTA 2? It's not 3. It was like 2. Maybe it was 3, I don't know. It was the top-down one. I just did not care for them. Like, I played them and Vice City, but San Andreas was like the greatest of all time. I'm younger than you. I'm a boomer. I'm old. So I bought San Andreas the other day. You liked 4. I've never even played 4. Or the San Andreas 4. No, San Andreas is... I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, Blockbuster was great. You could get snacks there like cotton candy or a gumball. Games. Drinks. Who doesn't like the gumball machine? Oh, top down. Yeah, I remember GTA 2 then maybe. Didn't like it. So I bought San Andreas recently for Steam, and I was trying to stream it, and everything works fine. Like, I can run around and do stuff, but as soon as I try and get to the first level, like, a drive-by scene happens, and the game crashes. And I tried finding fixes about it. Like, Google is not specific anymore. You used to be able to just type, like, something really specific, like, black cat wearing hat meme, and it would show you what you're looking for. Now it's like, oh, here's photo stock, stock images of a cat wearing a hat. Is this what you're looking for? Are you looking for Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat? And it's like, no, I'm literally looking for the cat meme. I don't know what it's called. So I was typing in, like, San Andreas crashes at cutscene, all like very specific things, and it's just like, could not find a fix for my thing. Every like bug fix for it was like, when you like search for something on a website and it's like something from 2004. It's never been answered. You're like, oh great, I'm stuck. So, San Andreas, I mean, I have it. I haven't refunded it yet, but it does not work. But apparently they're coming out with like a new San Andreas. I just saw the news yesterday. Apparently it's like pissing people off because there's no GTA 6, but they're remastering San Andreas, so maybe it'll work with the newer computers. And if it does, I would love to stream that again because that's one of my favorite games. Hope I don't get, canceled for playing it. But it is an iconic game, especially Big Smoke's Order. at the drive-thru. I can't even quote it top of my head. Just him ordering all that food. Big meme. You know, the clucking bell, all that stuff. You like walk in there and the guy like insults you. It's just ahead of its time. I liked Rock Band. I think someone said Rock Band is like intentionally easier than Guitar Hero. I forget which one. But I still liked Rock Band. I liked singing, which some of you have heard already. My impromptu karaoke's, and you're not gonna hear them today. My voice is still fucked. But I did like singing the most on Rock Band. I had the whole drum kit, you know, and guitar and everything. I think I liked singing the guitar the most, even though I thought I would like drums. Just never got into it. I liked Left 4 Dead. I don't know why I didn't have Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Maybe that was intentional. Liked both of them. Played the hell out of them with friends. They kind of be fun to play again. I don't know. Every time I think like I want to play it, like I've played them so much that I could like close my eyes and navigate. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I know the entire like route of the map we have to go, and like through the sewer where we have to go, and it's just I get really burnt out on games like that I have played so much that I can memorize. Like I don't know how I'm not with like RuneScape, but games like that, it's just like I don't know. Just kind of like autopilot them, you know what I mean? So it's probably be more fun on stream with streamers instead of just like on Discord with some friends. But I don't know, maybe they'll come out. Oh, there was a new game I was seeing. I forget what it's called. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead and Rainbow Six Siege. Niji Sanji was streaming it. It looked pretty good. I think it's still like an early release thing. Sorry, my nose is like tickly. I got like feather in there or something. Not a feather. I don't have feather pillows anymore. Cat fur probably. Or ash. I don't know. There's, you know, still wildfires outside. Keep forgetting. Thankfully the heat wave seems to be dying down though. Or these cold drinks are helping. Left 4 Dead world record speedrun holder. See, the thing is, I'm not a gamer. I'm an AFKer. Like, if I show you my time spent in game, I wish there was like a time spent like actively playing it and time spent AFKing in one spot, because my time spent AFKing in one spot would probably be higher than my overall gameplay on like every game. I don't know. It's just comforting when you load up a game and you just have it loaded, you know. Back 4 Blood? No, I think it was like a singular title. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm not gonna try. It's like Rainbow Six Siege and Left 4 Dead. You have 4 players. You got like flashlights and melee weapons, guns, and you know, like exploring and stuff, like opening doors. I don't know. Niji Sanji played it. It might be Back 4 Blood. I think it was like one singular word though. I can't remember. I wanted to get it though, and like talk to Neko about maybe playing it or something. Oh, we're having another heat wave. It's not in the 114, but you know, it's like high 90s. The 114 one was just miserable. I'm glad I didn't debut then, because right now I have my air purifier and fans off so they don't interfere with the audio, even though I'm like trying to not hiccup or burp or anything into the microphone constantly. The fans and stuff. We don't have AC in the Pacific Northwest. It's not a concept because it's usually so mild every year, or all year round. I mean, that like you don't even have time to like wear shorts. You're just like, okay, just like drink some water today and maybe crack the window open. That's about it. You don't have to like worry about running the AC or anything like that. I don't even bring my my fan out except for like 2 weeks of the year. The rest of the time it's the space heater. And I had the space heater on like last week actually. And now it's unplugged again so the fan can be out because heat waves. Great. You know, wildfire. Oh, there's plenty of them here, Rico. There's plenty of them here. Should wait a little while. You can start laughing at them soon. Yeah, I don't know what that is in Celsius, Gary. I think it's like 40 something. Anyway, I liked Frogger. I don't know if you guys ever played Frogger. It's just like hilarious game when you're a kid. having the frogs splatter and like all the hippo noises and stuff. You're like trying to cross over the hippos and gators. Just a fun game. Not much to say about it, but it's something I enjoyed at some point. And then this last one's kind of weird, kind of a wild card, but I did enjoy it. So I enjoyed Championship Bass for PS1, and it seems kind of weird, but it was a very relaxing game. And I remember like I think it shows you like underwater, you know, like you're on the water in a boat or whatever, but it shows you like what's going on under the water. And as a kid, you're just like, whoa, it's so cool. I can actually see like what's going on under the murky water. All the bass, all the fish swimming, and like, you know, tugging on the fishing line. It's just cool. And I don't remember what else it was called. But when I also had the Championship Bass game, I also had like a handheld fishing rod thing back when those, you know, handheld game things that weren't Game Boys were popular, the cheap ones. Oh yeah, it's been like that for a long time, Rico. It's lovely. That's why Glock-chan goes with me whenever we leave. But so I had this like this fishing rod thing. It was kind of similar, and it was like tactile feedback. Like it would vibrate, it would show you the fish. It's all really cool. Like my dad got me all those things. I think he was getting me those in preparation for our fishing trip, because then he like took me on a fishing trip. We caught a baby shark and some like trout. It was weird. I don't actually like eating fish. I don't like trout either. Oh, 45, 46 Celsius. Yeah. When you put it in freedom units, it sounds a lot cooler. Anyway, this debut has been going on longer than I anticipated. I expected to, you know, rush through this, so I will not keep you guys too much longer. Not because I want to be done, but because I set standards for myself. Got a little carried away. It's not that I wanted to be done with this. It's just that my personal opinion was the debut should be kind of short and to the point, and not drawn out. And I'm a hypocrite. Not intentional. Part of it is because it's my first time. Ooh. Dogfish aren't actually babies. They're just small. Watch out for the spines on the dorsal fins. Was that a dogfish? I think it was a shark, because I remember like also someone having they're kind of famous, so I don't want to say who they were, but they were like twins, and we went to their house before, and they had like baby shark, a double-headed baby shark, and like a test tube thing on the shelf, with all other kinds of like cool skater surfer, you know, memorabilia. But yeah, I don't want to say who. So anyway, I would like to thank Papa Garrett. He designed my model. He put up with, you know, me, which is asking a lot. Once you guys get to know me, so much easier to do a reaction video for when you. Yeah, it would be, Duck. It's a shark called the dogfish. Like, I gotta start learning more about aquatic life. Did you know since 1960, the United States Navy has been training dolphins and sea lions to protect its nuclear... Oh, never mind. I'll finish that train of thought next time. Anyway, I'd like to thank Papa Garrett for, you know, putting up with me and drawing my model. And all the extra requests, like I kept telling him, like, no, this isn't good. I don't like it. You gotta add this. You gotta add this. And he'd be like, you know, if I do that, I'm gonna have to charge you more, right? And I was like, well, okay. So, you know, I want to thank him for putting up with me. Most artists probably would not have been able to, especially once they got to know me more and how I act. But yeah, I'm really thankful, and I love the model. It turned out better than I ever thought it would. I gotta be honest. The first time he sent me a sketch, it kind of shocked me. I was like, okay, I guess I can work with this. It was just the sketch though, and then it got way better. I was like, holy shit, this is good. But the very first time I seen it, I was like, what am I looking at? Kind of a bit of shock. But I love it now. It turned out better than I could ever have hoped for when I had dreams of becoming a VTuber, and I was, working my shitty job that didn't appreciate me. And I was like, well, I wonder what it'd be like if I worked for Hololive or something. I bet I would be like a panda. If I wasn't a cat girl, I would be a panda. There's that Niji Sanji girl though that has the panda costume, and I felt really threatened because I wanted a panda hoodie because I really like pandas, and the whole black and white scheme is kind of my thing. But now it's black and purple and silver, which is kind of cool too. Thank you for making it, Arcana. I'm not done yet. This is the thank you segment, but we'll be done soon. So yeah, I want to thank Garrett. He is working on setting up. I mean, he probably doesn't want me to shout this out just yet, but I will just say it. Yeah, it's almost every job's up. He's working on setting up a more professional thing so he can take commissions or display his art and stuff in a more professional setting, so you guys can start commissioning him. But I don't think he is ready yet, so just give him some time to work on that and stuff. Probably gonna be mad that I said that, but I'm just being honest with you guys. 'Cause he does good art, and I know some of you want to commission him, and some of you might want to commission him after this, and then not see what you're looking for. But it's a work in progress, so just give him some time to get it all set up. I'll stop talking before he gets mad at me for saying anything. I'm sure my Discord notifications are gonna start lighting up. But yeah, he does good art, and there's also other great artists in the Africat and Cybercat community. I wish some of them were here. I seen Geeler earlier. I don't know if he's still here. I know some of you guys do. I think Arcana has done a background or something. Sop does music. Cliff does music. You guys all do, cool little things, and I wish we could create a directory or repository or whatever, so people could be like, oh, I need someone who create music. Okay, boom, open the list, music. Commission one of you guys. I would really like to build up a community of people who are capable and would like to earn some side money or something. You don't have to call him Papa, Sop. Daddy's a whole different term. That So yeah, Garrett's great. I think he got quiet because he's embarrassed now, or he's typing up really angry message to me. But he's great, and the rest of you do really great work too. I want to properly shout you guys out one day or show off your art. Something. John drives, Neko too. Yeah, Saint does artwork. Told him the other day he's probably got to get back into it. He always, downplaying his art skills and talking about how they're just sketches and notebooks and can't do it on a tablet. I have faith in everyone. I would like to see you guys grow and get commissioned and create more VTubers and create BGMs and create artwork and earn money. I mean, I don't know if it'll make you a millionaire, but at least if you paid for your groceries or some beer money or something, cool. It helps, right? I want to thank Neko. I don't know if she's still here. She tapped out. She passed out. there might be a Neko Chord hangout going on without me right now. Neko's a big help. She's been there for me kind of since the beginning. Even when I started hanging around with Neko and like didn't even have my microphone, she was still, really sweet and hanging out and stuff. And one of the first things I gave Neko was like a book in Minecraft, asking her if we could be friends and saying I wanted to, collab with her one day. That was kind of private, but I'm telling you guys now anyway. It was kind of private. But she's great. Every time I have like a problem, I mean, I did figure out a lot of VTubing stuff on my own, I will say that, but anytime I did get stuck and needed help, I asked Neko. I was like, Neko, can you like help me out or something? And Neko would literally like whip her phone out and record her desktop. Like she's a VTuber, she could, just do screenshots or screen record, but no, she whipped out her cell phone and she would record her entire computer and the process for me in her Neko fashion, like knocking stuff off her desk and banging her knee on the desk and hurting herself, like just like she's on stream. So it was great. I'm thankful for Neko and all her shenanigans and wacky antics, general clumsiness. She helped me with the chat thing above my head, and with the donations thing. I'm dumb and can't figure some stuff out like that. And yeah, she's just been really supportive. Don't know what else to say. The Cybercato community, too. Kind of branching off the Neko thing. The Cybercato community, everyone in there, helpful. With different tech stuff. I'm not good at computers. This is my first nice computer, like I was saying. My last one was Windows Vista. And then my laptop, the laptops, I think I had like 3 laptops. I still have 1. Actually, I still have 2. Only 1 works. The other one just boots up. The laptop that does work right now, it can't even run Final Fantasy IX on it. So it's like weaker than a Sony PlayStation 1. I mean, it's terrible. So I'm really, really thankful that there's a bunch of nerds in there that were able to help me out and, recommend all kinds of fancy RGB gamer gear for me. Because now, I'm living, I got something in my eye, living the life of luxury with my purple keyboards and purple computer fans. I know I can change them to whatever color I want, but I like purple. Actually, the keyboard alternates from blue to purple. And my gamer keys from red to orange, like the WASD and stuff. I make those orange so they look different, So I'm a true gamer. They were super helpful and have been supportive. Just a great community to hang out with. I encourage everyone to try and hang out in different communities and stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to have my own VTuber community, but that's also because there's so many out there, and I'm also already part of so many. So many that some of them I don't even talk in, and it's kind of awkward. So I kind of hate that. I kind of hate when people like join something because they want to, but then it's too awkward and like they feel like they can't fit in. So I would just encourage people to like see what's out there, and there's already some established things, and they got moderators and rules and things set up, so I don't have to. And another reason I'm just not gonna make my own is because I spend enough time on Discord as it is every day, and just like talking to friends about random BS going on. And I wish that I could like focus my time better. I would like to spend it, working on stream stuff, or in the future when I have my live 2D, like actually working on the model more. Whatever that might entail, or new outfits, or, new expressions. I don't even know. Just new things capable, you know, with all the animation. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Littermates. All of you guys for, it's not just the server being a pain in Cliff, but just too much responsibility and too much of my own free time. Like, I need to be responsible and take myself out of that setting so I can be productive. Otherwise, I'm just going to tell everyone about my day. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to eat some cherries now. Okay, I'm eating ice cream now. Good night. You know, things like that. It's like, I don't need to. It's nice to have friends and let people know what they're doing. But I should save that for stream. Instead of telling you guys about my day and on a Discord or something, I can just save it for stream and then tell you. So I want to thank all the Littermates, you know, for being there for the test streams, the test debut last night, for helping me with everything, for encouraging me with everything, for not hug boxing, you know, for telling me like it is, the God honest true way. Like, everyone kind of said, like, why are you even worried? You're just gonna have like a handful of viewers in here. It's kind of true. So it wasn't really, you know, kind of worked out in the end. They were right. Didn't have to kick anyone out. But yeah, I want to thank everyone, even if you're not part of the Neko Court of the Littermates. I think you guys all are. Some of you might be from Roses. Or Catania, I'm sorry. Jeez, should not have said that. Catania. From Catania's Discord. I'm gonna hate myself now. From Catania's Discord. Don't think anyone else is from any other communities on here. If you are, I'm sorry. I missed you. I would just like to thank you for taking 2.5 hours out of your free time to show up and watch some idiot talk about their interests and likes and ramble on. It means a lot. And thank you everyone else for all the donations. Oh no, the final yap already. Oh, I'm canceled. It's okay, I don't think she tuned in. Anyway, for sticking around. Yep, that's the last of the slideshow. For sticking around. Nope, not that. Did I delete it? Or where did I put it? Oh no, I got rid of it, I think. Wait, no, it's over here. Yep, the one free fluffy tail. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Alright, delete the VODs, gotta do the whole thing all over. No, John. You've seen enough of the thighs. I meant to give you guys the free fluffy tail. No, you guys. Oh, you're going crazy just because you're seeing some ankles and knees and legs. Get a hold of yourself. All right, you know what? I guess I can let you guys see him one more time. That work? I don't know. Alright. Thanks everyone for showing up. It really means a lot to me. Thank you everyone who donated. I will probably release a schedule on either Sunday or Monday. No, you cannot redeem the Touch Fluffy Tail today. I mean, unless you want to touch this fluffy tail right here on screen. Right here. But otherwise, I will save the redeems for a special day. Also, don't try and counterfeit them. Like I said, we have fraud detection. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go cool off now because I've had my fans and stuff off in this heat wave for the last 2.5 hours. I'm suffering, and I'm still nervous and shaking a little bit after my whole debut and embarrassing myself in front of like a dozen people. Thank you all so much, though. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a great evening. Thank you so much. Be sure to take care of your pets, give them some love and some clean water. Have a good night.